From $1 to a billion, your epic money journey starts now. Hey, dream chasers, ever wondered what it takes to make a single dollar versus $1 billion? Today, we're diving into the wild world of money making, from small hustles to building empires.
Buckle up, hit that like button, and let's get started. I'm Kuhn, and I'm stoked to take you on this insane ride. We're going to break down how you can make your first dollar, then how to scale that to 1,000, and then yes, we're going to talk about the big B, how to think like a billionaire. So, if you've ever dreamed of financial freedom, of building something huge, or even just getting a better handle on how money works in the real world, you are in the right place. Let's go! All right, let's kick things off with the absolute foundation, making that very first dollar. It sounds almost too simple, right? Like, Kuhn, $1? Really? But trust me, that first earned dollar is pure magic. It's proof. It's the spark that can ignite a financial wildfire. Think about it. Every single millionaire, every billionaire, they all had to earn their first dollar at some point. It's not about the amount, it's about the action, the initiative, the very first step into the world of creating value. This isn't just a transaction, it's a mindset shift. You're no longer just a consumer. You're a creator, a provider, an earner. That feeling is powerful. So, how do you actually do it? Let's get practical. Picture this, the classic lemonade stand. You buy lemons, sugar, cups, you make the lemonade, you set up a sign, someone walks by, thirsty, and hands you $1 for a refreshing glass. Boom! You've done it. You've taken raw materials, added your effort, marketed your product, even if it's just a handwritten sign, and made a sale. That's business 101, baby. Or maybe you're not into lemonade. How about mowing a neighbor's lawn? You borrow a mower, put in some sweat equity, and bam, cash in hand. It's about identifying a need, however small, and filling it. The beauty of making that first dollar is that the barrier to entry is incredibly low. You don't need a fancy degree or a huge investment. You need creativity and a willingness to try. Okay, team, you've made your first dollar. You felt that rush, that I can do this, feeling amazing. But we're not stopping there, are we? No way. Now let's talk about leveling up. How do we take that initial spark and turn it into a respectable flame? We're aiming for $1,000. This is where your initial hustle gets a serious upgrade. It's not just about working harder, it's about working smarter. We're entering the realm of the smart hustle. This is where you start thinking about systems, leverage, and reaching more people than just your next door neighbor. Let's go back to that lemonade stand example. You made a few bucks selling to passers-by. Awesome. But to hit $1,000 selling one cup at a time on your street corner might take forever, right? So how do you make it smarter? Maybe you start a lemonade delivery service for local offices during their lunch break. Or you create a unique gourmet lemonade recipe, bottle it, and sell it at local farmers markets or even to local cafes. You're taking the core idea and expanding its reach and value. You're thinking bigger, beyond the immediate and obvious. This is also where the incredible power of the internet comes into play. If you're selling a physical product like handmade crafts or those old clothes we talked about, platforms like Etsy or Shopify can open you up to a global marketplace. Imagine, instead of selling to one person, you're selling to hundreds or even thousands. Reinvesting is like adding fuel to your fire. It helps you grow faster and bigger. Chapter 3. The Billion-Dollar Dream. Vision, Innovation, Impact. Alright, buckle up because we are about to take a gigantic leap. We've gone from $1 to $1,000. Now, we're talking billions. Yes, with a B. This is the stratosphere of money-making, where fortunes are not just made, they are forged. This isn't just about a smarter hustle anymore. This is where grand vision meets groundbreaking innovation, and a relentless drive to solve massive problems on a global scale. It sounds insane, almost mythical, but people do it. And understanding how they think can change everything for you, even if your goal isn't $1 billion. Think about the names that come to mind. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, what do they have in common? They didn't just create a slightly better product or a slightly more efficient service. They identified huge, often unarticulated needs or problems in the world, and then built revolutionary solutions. Musk saw the future of transportation and energy. Bezos saw the future of commerce. Gates saw the future of personal computing. They weren't just thinking about making money, they were thinking about changing the world, and the money followed. This is about impact on a colossal scale. So, what kind of ventures are we talking about here? Often it's starting a tech company that develops a game-changing piece of software or hardware. It could be creating an app that fundamentally alters how people connect, learn, or conduct business. Or it might be inventing a new technology, a new material, or a new process that solves a critical environmental, social, or industrial challenge. Chapter 4. Your next move, ignite your money mindset. Alright, what an absolutely insane journey, right? From making that very first super important dollar, to scaling it up to 1,000 with smart hustles, and then daring to dream about those billion-dollar world-changing ideas. We've covered a ton, and I hope your brain is buzzing with possibilities right now. Because here's the biggest takeaway from all of this. Whether it's $1 or $1 billion, it all starts with your first step, your decision to take action, your willingness to try something new and put yourself out there. The power is literally in your hands. So the big question is, what's your next move going to be? Are you going to try that small hustle you've been thinking about? Are you going to learn a new skill that you can monetize online? Are you going to start researching that big idea that could solve a real problem? Whatever it is, the most important thing is to do something. Don't let this just be another video you watched. Let this be the spark that ignites your money-making journey, no matter how big or small your initial goal is. Woo! We made it through the entire spectrum from a single buck to $1 billion dream. I told you it was going to be a wild ride. The biggest thing I want you to take away from this, more than any specific tip or trick, is that you can do this. Seriously. That first dollar is waiting for you to claim it. That $1,000 milestone is achievable with smart work. And who knows, maybe one of you watching right now has the next billion-dollar idea brewing. The only way to find out is to start. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and make something happen. Drop your biggest takeaway, your first hustle idea, or even your craziest billion-dollar dream in the comments below. I actually read these, you know. Let's get a massive conversation going and support each other.